Thank you very much, Third Proverb, for your perspective on this. This has been something that's troubled me for a long time also. And that is, in a term that I often use, is qualifying a Christian by adding a word to the word Christian, which in actuality all you're dealing with is a word. And actually the word Christian, anytime you add to it, is diminished. A true Christian. Well, it doesn't necessarily diminish the person to whom you're referring, but sure diminishes all other Christians. What are they, untrue Christians? Or real Christian? What are the others? Unreal? A person does a great and giving act, and people say, now there's a true Christian. Or someone sings a beautiful song that just fills the whole room with the Spirit of God. And someone in the audience says, now there's a true Christian. Well, in actuality, they're diminishing themselves. Or perhaps they put themselves on the same level as that person who's up there performing. But nonetheless, the point is, adding to a term diminishes it. I'm going to use another term, and perhaps this is political or whatever, and hopefully politically correct, by all means. To say Afro-American, or to say Asian American, or European American, or patriotic American. If you're a true American, you're patriotic. It doesn't matter where you came from. And to delineate, set aside culturally or ethnically what kind of American you are, diminishes the very essence of being an American. So anyway, just as an example, but let me go back to this. I appreciated every comment you made. I like your mumbling. I find it open and honest. And you be you. You be you. I think I could like you. And I hope to get to know you much better. But when you commented about what church do you belong to, ooh-wee, that opens a big one. Because what you said is so true. People have preconceived ideas about what a Christian is all about, and then we break it down from there, what kind of Christian they are, what denomination of the Christian they are, what all the different breakdowns, and none of them are of any value. Preconceived ideas. Even, as you said, preconceived ideas about non-denominational. I have mine, my perspective on non-denominational fellowship groups. The fact that they're fellowshipping is the point. And that's, as you also said, the church is not the building. And in one of my other videos I comment on this. It's not bricks and wood and mortar, it's people. I don't go to meet at the church, I go to meet with the church. However, I'm going to be fully open and honest with you in my mumblings. I'm not a member of any particular denomination, or non-denominational, or interdenominational church, or any of those. I study them all constantly, consistently, and have for 30 years. Church is a very, very important part of my life. I have fellowship with like believers, and that's our church. and different people are there every week. Different people come and go, and we have fellowship. It's called Christian counseling, Christian fellowship. And I've been doing that for 16 years. And that's my church. Again, to get back to the point, born again Christian. You're 100% correct. It is totally redundant, as many other things are, and a diminishing of the term, just like true Christian, real Christian. And not all people who claim to be Christians are Christians. I know in my experience with church, and I belong to a number of churches, one of them for 15 years, until I found the Spirit to be almost totally lacking, and decisions being made based entirely on business and corporate mindedness, and not ministry and not gospel sharing and teaching. And so I determined that that was not a direction that God would have me go, and so I chose another direction. And but I saw many people who were baptized, and many people see that as being born again, and it is not. Being born again is spiritual, totally spiritual. Baptism is an outward expression of an inward commitment, or an inward change, I might say, and but not always, because I have seen times when families were baptized, mother, father, 13-year-old daughter, and 10-year-old son. And it was later discovered and admitted by the mother and the two children that they really didn't have that commitment in mind. The husband was born again, spiritually. But all four of them were baptized, and they were all now considered members of the Christian community. And all three of the mother and the two children also later, by the way, did commit their lives to Christ and were born again, and they were rebaptized. Some people don't believe in that, some people do. I really don't. I don't think it's an issue one way or another with me. But there are many people who claim to be Christians who are not, and I saw a comment under your video that said something about being a real Christian, people who claim to be a Christian, and the Lord will say to them one day, I never knew you.